I believe that anyone can build this boat.
Okay, yesterday I glued the top section of the rudder together and it looks good. I also made these shims to fit between the lower and the top section, because I use 50mm spacing between this, and the rudder is 12, 6x6. So I made these shims 1.2, and I will fit it together and then squeeze a little bit with a nut, so it will turn quite nice, and it will not damage the thickened epoxy of the rudder blade itself. I also drilled a hole. This was 16mm. I filled it up with the thickened epoxy, and I drilled a hole of 15mm for the nut that I will show you later. But first things first, I have to drill a hole through both of the panels, and then we have to fit in the lower section and drill a hole. I've made a quite large hole for this fitting, because you have to adjust the blade. It is supposed to be around 10mm off of this line, so you have to position it, and I do not know where the hole will be. So if you make this hole, let's say 15mm, you could drill next to it through the wood, so you don't want to do that. So it's supposed to be 12mm from this line, so outside. So if I take this is the line, and it has to be 12mm back. So this is 20, and for me left over 8. So this should be it. want to have also a nice fit of this angle here. When you pull the rope, pull it in position. You want to touch the angle correct. So usually 8. This is 8. Should be it. Left a point over here so you can see it's a bit off center. This should be the center according to the drawing, but in my case it's a bit different. So I'm happy that I made a large hole, that I then did not drill through the roots, so that's good. I wanted to install an aluminium rudder tiller, but it did not work out the way I wanted to. So I made it from okame, but according to the manual, the inner side will stick out and the tiller will shove over the inner part, and it's much stronger. Now I have to make a tiller and made it smaller over here, so this part is very weak. I hope it will work. Okay, I have finished the top side of the rudder, installed the pins. I have bought them from OptiParts. I had to bend them a little bit wider, because this is wider than the original OptiParts, but they are very cheap and they are from stainless steel, so works fine. I also installed the rudder tiller. I think it is still not strong enough, so I will make a stainless steel reinforcement corner over here, so this is much stronger, and I hope it will work out fine. Before we can install the lower part of the rudder, I need to put in the rope that goes through the top side of the rudder. I've made a knot like this, very tight knot. Use a little bit heating to close it. I used a 5mm polyester rope and made a point on the rope as well, so this can go in. Like this. It's long. So the nut is here inside of the rudder and it works fine, I think. So the next step is to get the line into the top side of the rudder, and I've made a kind of a hook felt here. I hope you can see this, but inside there is a gap, and I can stick. I made a kind of a hook, like a fishing hook. Sharpened it with a grinder, and it fits in the hole. So it comes here. Now I can hook the small side of the rope and put it through. I am going to connect both sides of the rudder with an M10 bolt. I'm using an M10 bolt. This is not stainless steel, so I have to replace it afterwards, but we're going to install anyway. Works fine. I installed the rudder completely, also with the brackets at the rear, at the transom, and it works great. I installed the clamp cleat over here and it's working perfect. I bought the joystick from OptiParts. I need to make a clamp over here so it will clamp when sailing without a joystick, but it looks good.